Hi everyone. In the previous video, we discussed the concept of humus. I think everyone has known the importance of humus and what is the great role of humus in the fertility and productivity building in the soil. There are so many elements taking participation in humus creation. We will study now. In the constitution of humus, so many elements are taking participation, but two are the most important. These two prominent elements are organic carbon and organic nitrogen. In the constitution of humus body, there is 60% organic carbon and 6% organic nitrogen. That means the internal ratio of organic carbon and organic nitrogen is 10 is to 1. This internal proportion rate between organic carbon and organic nitrogen is called the carbon nitrogen ratio. That means for the constitution of humus body, this 1 kg of organic nitrogen combined with 10 kg of organic carbon and then the humus is created. 10 kg of organic carbon is fixed and this 1 kg of organic nitrogen will combine with only 10 kg organic carbon, not 9, not 11. Ratio is fixed. What is the definition of organic carbon? Organic means taken by the organ of a plant or organism. Organic carbon means atmospheric carbon, which is taken by the organ of the plant. Means taken by the leaves. Leaves are the organ of the plant, and that is called organic carbon. Any green leaf takes carbon from the atmosphere by means of photosynthesis process, and that carbon is called organic carbon. What is organic nitrogen? Organic nitrogen means that nitrogen is taken by the organs of microorganism from the atmosphere by means of a nitrogen fixing process, and this is called organic nitrogen. In the atmosphere, there is 78.6% nitrogen, and variable nitrogen fixing bacteria take the nitrogen from the atmosphere and supplies to the roots. These nitrogen fixing bacteria take the nitrogen from the atmosphere by their own organs, so that nitrogen is called organic nitrogen. For humus creation, residues of the entire crops, wheat, and all vegetations are to be utilized as mulch on the surface of the soil, in between two lines or two plants. But which type of crop residues and which crops are to be utilized as mulching so that humus will be created to find it is most essential. If we will utilize the residues of those crops which belong to Gramini family, means all the cereals and millets belong to this family: rice, wheat, maize, sorghum, ragi, bajra, etc. And all other grasses, whether the humus will be created or not, this is to be now studied. In the straw residues of this crop belong to Graminy grass family, the carbon nitrogen ratio is 80 is to 1. That means the carbon is 80 kg and nitrogen is only 1 kg. That means if we will mulch the soil with the mulching of these crop residues and we will give Jivamrut, the carbon will be released. The entire 80 kg carbon is released, but only 1 kg nitrogen is released for humus creation. This 1 kg nitrogen will combine with only 10 kg carbon. Remaining 70 kg carbon will remain there and it will go into the atmosphere, and it as it is a greenhouse gas, global warming will increase and climate change will happen. So, if we will utilize only the residues of the paddy, sugarcane, sorghum, maize, or bajra or grasses, humus will not be created. But climate will change because greenhouse gas carbon dioxide will be emitted. To convert this remaining 70 kg of organic carbon into humus, we want 7 kg of organic nitrogen. This organic nitrogen, which is required for a humus creation, is taken from the atmosphere by only nitrogen fixing bacteria, and these nitrogen fixing bacteria have existed in the noodles of the roots of pulses crops and drumsticks. So if we want to convert the entire remaining 70 kg carbon into humus, we want to take intercrops of all pulses and also drumsticks. So this 7 kg nitrogen will be fixed in the soil and the entire 70 kg carbon will be converted into humus. The coconut and areca nut leaves are automatically fallen down after drying and the soil is covered by mulching. In the fallen dried leaves of the coconut and areca nut carbon nitrogen ratio is 120 is to 1. That means in the dried leaves of coconut and areca nut, there is 120 kg organic carbon, but there is only 1 kg organic nitrogen. And when these leaves will be decomposed after applying the Jivamrutam or Ganajivamrutam, entire 120 kg carbon is released and only 1 kg nitrogen is released. This 1 kg of nitrogen combined with only 10 kg of carbon and 110 kg of carbon will remain there. It will go into the atmosphere and global warming will increase and the climate will change. That means if we will utilize only dried leaves of coconut and areca nut as mulching, humus will not be created. For conversion of this remaining 110 kg organic carbon into humus, we want 11 kg of organic nitrogen only taken from the atmosphere. If it is the reality that only pulses and leguminous crops can take and fix the atmospheric nitrogen, then in the coconut and areca nut we have to take the intercrops of the pulses just like cowpea, horsegram, beans, moth beans and drumsticks and gliricidia. Which type of carbon takes the participation in humus creation? There are three types of carbon: volatile carbon, unstable carbon, stable carbon. Volatile carbon. Volatile carbon is not taking the participation in humus creation. It is totally useless for humus. When we cut down any standing crop before the maturation stage and mulch, the carbon enclosed in this mulching, when it is released, it is not taking the participation in the humus creation. As it is a volatile carbon, as it is liberated, it is going into the atmosphere immediately and global warming increases. So don't cut down any intercrop before maturation stage and mulch. Unstable carbon. This carbon also is useless for humus creation. This unstable carbon, when the mulching is decomposed, is released slowly, not speedily as like volatile carbon, but at last liberated and immediately in the atmosphere at the maturation stage. If we will cut down any intercrop or grasses in the maturation stage and mulch, this unstable carbon releases after decomposition. That means don't cut down any intercrops in the maturation stage. It releases unstable carbon and increases global warming. Stable carbon. Only the stable carbon is taking part in humus creation. That's why we want only stable carbon. This stable carbon is created in the outer bar and internal bar of the stem and branches in the form of cellulose and lignum at the maturity stage of the seeds and fruits. That means when we will cut down any intercrop or grasses after the maturation of seeds, that means after the completion of the life cycle of the plant and mulch, then the stable carbon will be released and will be converted into humus. So don't cut down any intercrop or grasses or any other crop before the maturation period. So in organic farming, it is essential to follow all guidelines for humus creation.